Hello everybody, it's me, Axel Hunted, and welcome to my review of Kingsman The Secret Service. Now, Kingsman The Secret Service is directed by the guy who directed Kick-Ass. I can't remember his name. I'm terrible at remembering names. You'll get used to this in these reviews. And it stars Colin Firth, Michael Keane, Samuel L. Jackson, and a bunch of other people that I can't remember the names of. And if you think it's going to be like my Jupiter Ascending review, where I didn't much like it, you're going to be very much mistaken. This is one of the best action movies I have seen in years. It is got so much style and substance, and it is just so full of style that it makes you want to get up and dress nice and wear a nice suit. It's amazingly well shot. It's amazingly well acted. The action scenes are some of the best you will see in years. For example, as you will probably most people have been talking about, it's the church scene that stands out the most. It is one of the best. Just madness. It's just absolute insanity for about 6 minutes, and it's glorious. But there are things about this. There are a couple of problems I do have with this movie. They're just tiny little nitpicks, and I'll just get them out of the way now. Some plot lines do not get developed that well and could have been done a bit more further. One of them is with this rival that our main character called Eggsy. I can't remember the actor's name, but this is probably going to be his breakout role, and I honestly expect to see him in a lot more movies after this. He has this sort of rivalry with this posh kid, and at the end of the movie, this isn't really a major spoiler. It kind of looks like they're going to be like, oh, this is going to be the huge, payoff to this huge rivalry that they've been having throughout the entire movie, and it's not really. It's kind of done in 5 seconds. But anyway, this movie basically stars the guy I just can't remember the name of, but it's pretty much going to be his breakout role as this character called Eggsy, and this is basically this kind of this My Fair Lady kind of story from this rags to riches sort of character who's over time changed from basically he's a chav at the start of the movie, and at the end he's still got his chav tendencies, but he's become a bit of a gentleman as well. And this movie just has some very well acted, especially Colin Firth nails this movie. This is Colin Firth as you have never seen him before. You're fully expecting him to be in Pride and Prejudice and doing Shakespeare and all that sort of stuff. You would never expect to see him doing stuff like this, some of the stuff that he does in this movie. It's incredibly well done, and it's basically, this is probably going to be how Taken was for Liam Neeson. This is probably going to be a role where Colin Firth gets to do more stuff now apart from big soppy dramas, and he does it very well, and you can actually, and also from the movie you can tell he's doing a lot of his own stunts as well, and it's very nice to see that in an action movie. This movie is also a love letter to James Bond, all these sort of spy movies, from the gritty ones to the 60s and the 70s and the 80s Bond movies. It's all very well done, but not sort of like in that tongue-in-cheek, you get it, you get the reference. It's sort of one of those references, but it's done with love, sort of thing. There's this one scene where Colin Firth and he's talking to Samuel Jackson, who plays the villain in this movie, and they basically talk about how when I was a kid I wanted to be like one of those James Bond characters from the old James Bond movies with all that class and style. And then Colin Firth basically goes, oh, when I watched those movies I wanted to be an egomaniac. So it's one of those. It's that moment that's in the James Bond movies where the villain meets the hero, like James Bond meets the main villain of this movie, and they sort of, yes, I know you're a spy, and James Bond goes, I know you're the bad guy, so let's not kill each other yet. We gotta save that for the big finale. And this movie has also a really good soundtrack because it's from the director of Kick-Ass, and it does that ploy of Kick-Ass where it plays rock and very good rock music to just amazingly well shot action scenes. You can clearly tell this is done by the same guy who did Kick-Ass, and this guy really knows how to direct an action scene, and I really am looking forward to his next movies. God damn it, I'm terrible with names, and I really should research this more before I do these reviews, but anyway. Kingsman is just a really well It's just one of the best action scenes you'll see in years. It's well written, it's well acted, it's got so much style to it, and just some amazing action scenes and very likeable characters as well. Even the villains are incredibly likeable. Samuel L. Jackson's henchman, she's one of the few henchmen of the main villain where they gave her an actual character and a bit of a character development throughout the entire movie, instead of just being like the right-hand man that our main hero is going to fight at some point. Oh, woman, sorry. And she has that kind of old James Bond quirk, like, you know, all the James Bond henchmen kind of had this kind of quirk about them, and so did the main villains. Like, Samuel L. Jackson's got this lisp. He talked in this lisp throughout the entire movie, and he pulls it off very well. It's not distracting. It's not distracting in any way. And his henchman, she has these like sort of like prosthetic legs. Well, not prosthetic legs, like made out like sort of legs that you'd see on Paralympic athletes, made out of metal, and they're just used to cut people in half. And it's just amazingly well written. It's just amazingly well done. Her action scenes, and that character is really well, just really well developed and written and acted very well. In fact, that's basically this whole movie. Have you seen Kingsman? What did you think of it? Tell me in the comments below. And if you want to see more movie reviews, subscribe to this channel and all that sort of stuff. Also like and all that technical jargon. And tell me what you thought of the movie below. I am Alex the Hunter, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.